Whether it's because of the riots or the coronavirus or they just don't feel safe at home anymore, Texans are buying guns at a record pace. Hey everyone, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. The story today from the Austin American-Statesman: Texas on pace for a record-breaking year for firearm background checks, according to new data on the U.S. firearm sales compiled by the FBI. The National Instant Criminal Background Check System data, which the FBI uses to screen prospective gun buyers throughout the country, showed Texas has seen 1,364,051 background checks initiated through the system this year, and that number has only gone up. That includes 213,696 or 69, in July, 227,223 checks in June, 179,192 in May, 197,343 in April, and then in March, when the COVID pandemic really hit Texas, 274,211 background checks. Through all of 2019, in the first 2 months of 2020, the highest monthly number in Texas that was recorded was 166,241 background checks. And any other month never went above 150,000. Since 2010, Texas's lowest annual total background checks was for 968,071 back in 2010. Its highest total was for over 1.7 million back in 2016. With 5 months remaining, even if the state were to see record low background check requests the rest of the year, 2020 could top all of those years. Only 2 states actually have higher background check numbers than the state of Texas does. Kentucky comes in number 2 at 2,289,080 background checks, and Illinois blowing out everybody with over 4.5 million background checks. 4,592,449 background checks so far this year. So there's a lot of things that you could look at with this, and I had a lot of people who were texting into the show today telling me that they had gone out to one of our sponsors. We appreciate that, SS Outfitters, Highway 114 near Level-End, and some of the reasons that were given to me why people are stocking up on firearms: one, just personal safety. They don't feel safe in Lubbock right now. They see crime numbers going up. We hear about shootings, it seems like every single week in Lubbock, Texas. Crime seems to be on the rise in Lubbock, and you have people who are going out and stocking up on guns and getting their license to carry. Had a number of people who texted into the show who said, listen, we've never before have I thought about even having to carry, but the world is so damn crazy, I want to be able to protect myself. Another reason why people are going out and buying firearms is because of the coronavirus. When the coronavirus hit, people stocked up on ammunition. They stocked up on firearms because we kind of knew what was coming, right? We kind of knew that there was going to be lockdowns and that people were going to lose their minds, and that's sort of what happened. Now, as we saw during the protest and the looting, the Black Lives Matter protests, the Antifa stuff that continues to go on in the U.S., people are feeling unsafe. You have the whole defund the police movement, which is not big in Texas, maybe in Austin, but not throughout most of Texas, definitely not out here in our part of the state. But people are genuinely worried about protecting their property, their home, and their family members. Expect the gun buying to continue. And if Joe Biden looks like he's going to win the presidential election, I think you're going to see even more people going out and purchasing firearms before Joe Biden is sworn in, if he wins. But I do think you'll see a rush on guns really between now and the end of the year. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. on News Talk KFYO. And listen, more guns is actually a good thing. Now, I know some of you out there who are anti-gun, you're going to freak out about this and say, oh my gosh, everyone is purchasing a firearm. Listen, Most of these people who are going through the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, most gun owners are responsible people. We've seen this. Most gun owners in America are responsible people. And I think the more guns that go into responsible homes, responsible hands, are carried by responsible people, the more polite a society will be, and the better a society will be. I respect those who have a license to carry. I think that those who take it upon themselves to defend their family, defend their friends, defend their home, most of the time, these are respectable people who are just looking for a little bit of self-defense. That should be celebrated in America. And by the way, it's not just Texas that's breaking records. We're seeing records across the United States broken when it comes to gun ownership. People are saying that the police are minutes away when sometimes only seconds is what you have available to you. So tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time, News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. And don't forget, if you're here in Lubbock and in West Texas, and if you're looking to purchase a firearm, go out and see my friend Sky Straster out at SS Outfitters, Highway 114 near Level End, where I purchase my firearms, and I encourage you to do the same.